Okay, so today we're going to learn a little bit more about to commands. In class we reviewed how to create a positive to command, and right now we're going to learn how to create the negative to command. So instead of telling someone to do something, we're telling them don't do something. Alright, so let's get started. So our first step in creating the negative to command is to, so let's conjugate the verb in the yo form in the present, okay? So we have dormir here, and so the yo form is duermo, okay? Then, if we have an ir or er ending verb, we change the o to an as. So we go from duermo to duermas, okay? And then if we have a verb ending in ar, we change the o to an es. Okay, and instead of saltar, changes to salto, changes to saltes. Okay, and then we just add the no before. So no abres, no saltas, no duermas. Okay, and those are just pretty much how we do it. So our steps is 1, conjugate in the yo form. 2, change the ending either to as or s. And then 3, add on the no. Alright, we can add on the exclamation points as well. Let's keep going. So let's work on some examples. So our first thing that we do is put it in the yo form. So we have, let's get my pen, como. Alright, then the next thing that we do is we change the o and we change it either to as or to s. We look and we see that it's an er verb, so we know we change it to as, so we erase the o. Where's my eraser? We erase the o, and then we add on the as. Alright, our third step is to add on the no before, so we have no comas. Okay, that's how we do the first one. The second one is escribir. We know that we have escribo. Alright, and then when we want to change the o, we look at it and we look at what kind of ending it is. It's an ir, so we know we change it to as, so we erase our o. And then we add the as. Okay, and then our third step is always to add the no before it. So we have no escribas. Our third example is hablar. So we do the yo form, hablo. We look at the verb and we see it's an ar verb, so we know we change it to s, so we erase our o, if it would let me erase it. And then we change it to s. Alright, and always we add the no. So we have no hables. Okay? Remember that for the er and ir, we change it to as. And then for the ar, we change it to s. Alright? So no comas, no escribas, no hables. Let's keep going. So be careful. Ojo means kind of like cuidado, be careful, okay? Because the yo forms of many of these verbs, tener, poner, salir, y hacer, have the go in it, right? So if tengo, pongo, son, salgo, hago, alright? So let's do an example with tener, okay? So we have tener, the yo form is tengo. We look at the ending and we see it's an er verb, so we know that we need to change our o to as. Alright, we have tengas, and then we need to add the no before. So we have no tengas. Alright. We can do this with any of the other ones as well. So let's look at hacer. We have hago. Alright. And then we change the o because it's an er verb, we change it to as, and we add the no, so we have no hagas. Okay? So a lot of these verbs, be careful because you're always changing to the yo form. You need to remember that sometimes the yo form is irregular in the present tense. Let's keep going. Alright, so now let's go over kind of our irregulars, alright? So the first type of irregular are the ones that change spelling, alright? But these ones, if you remember, the gar, sar verbs also change in the yo form of the preterite. So it's pretty easy to remember, alright? So we have jugar, changes to juegues, practicar, changes to practiques, and comenzar, changes to comiences. Alright, remember that we changed it to the yo form first, so it's comienzo is the yo form of comenzar, and then we changed the ending to the es, and in order to make it sound like we want, we have to change it to ces, right? Because if we had the here, alright, so let's look at jugar. We change it to juego in order to make it the yo form. And then if we added the e, took off the o and added the es, it would be jueges. So we need to add the u in order to make the g sound like it's supposed to. Alright? That's the only reason we change it for the pronunciation. So just try to remember when you're going through that those, you changed them before when you did this with a little bit with the preterite in the yo form. So now just remember you have to change it now. Alright? So let's do some examples. So we have picar. So we put it in the yo form. Pico. And then we change it to, because it's AR, we know it needs to be ES. But now this is piques, and we want piques. In order to make it piques, we have to do PIQUES, piques. Okay? And then we add our no before. Alright. Then we have pagar. We know it's pago. And then we want it to be, and then we have, because it's an AR, we know it needs to be ace, but instead of pages, we want it to be pagues. So we have to add the U, alright? So we say pagues, and we add the no pagues. But if we didn't have this, it'd be pages, alright? So the yo form of empezar is empiezo. Alright? Then we take off the ER, or the O, and we add on our ending. It's an AR verb, so we know that we add on an es, but that does not sound how we want it to, so we change this to C, empieces, and we add our no on. No empieces, alright? Let's keep going. So now these are like the real irregular ones that you're just going to have to memorize, okay? So let's look at them. We have estar becomes no estés. Alright, remember the accent there. Then we have ser becomes no seas. Dar, no des. Ir, no vayas. Okay? Now, these four irregulars, plus a lot of the yo verbs, they're irregular in the positive commands, so it's kind of easy to then remember which ones are going to be irregular in the negative. Alright? So that is the irregular, that is the regular and irregular, I suppose, negative to commands. So make sure you watch this video as much as you need to. Pause, rewind, do what you want to do to fill out the note sheet, and then do the practice problems. Alright, see you tomorrow.